The Bermuda Triangle. It's a name that echoes with mystery. A patch of the Atlantic Ocean, roughly drawn between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, that has earned a terrifying reputation. We've all heard the stories. Ships disappearing from calm seas, planes vanishing from clear skies, compasses spinning wildly, a place where the laws of physics seem to, well, break. We've heard the theories: alien abductions, time warps, a gateway to another dimension, the vengeful spirit of the lost city of Atlantis. But today, we're not here to repeat the ghost stories. We are here to do what decades of sensationalism have failed to do: separate fact from fiction. We are going to look at the data. We are going to listen to the scientists, the oceanographers, and the U.S. Coast Guard. Because the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle has been solved, and the truth is far more fascinating and far more tangible than any superstition.
To understand the legend, you must first understand the event that gave it birth. December 5th, 1945. 5 TBM Avenger bombers, a training mission known as Flight 19, took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was a routine 3-hour patrol. The pilots were experienced, led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor. But 90 minutes into the flight, the control tower received a disturbing transmission. "Both my compasses are out. I'm trying to find Fort Lauderdale. I am over land, but it's broken." The tower was confused. Taylor's compasses were malfunctioning. He was lost. His voice grew more anxious. He believed he was over the Florida Keys, but radio triangulation showed he was hundreds of miles away, over the Bahamas. For 2 hours, the control tower listened as the pilots flew erratically. They were disoriented. The weather, once clear, was turning ugly. Then a final, chilling transmission was heard as the planes were forced to ditch into the violent sea, their fuel tanks empty. 5 planes, 14 men, vanished. The tragedy was compounded when a PBM Mariner rescue plane sent to find them also disappeared from radar. 13 more men gone. Flight 19 became the anchor of the myth, a perfect storm of mystery, experienced pilots, broken equipment, and a sudden, total loss. It was the spark, but it needed fuel to become a fire.
The fuel came decades later. In 1974, author Charles Berlitz published his blockbuster book, The Bermuda Triangle. This book connected Flight 19 to dozens of other incidents, weaving them into a single, terrifying narrative. He didn't just report the disappearances, he offered explanations. This is where the pop culture theories you know today came from. The first and most famous, aliens. The theory goes that this area is an extraterrestrial collection point. Why? Zero evidence. It's pure speculation, designed to sell books. The second, the lost city of Atlantis. This theory claims a giant energy crystal, still active on the ocean floor, interferes with equipment and pulls vessels to their doom. Again, zero geological or historical evidence. But one theory seemed to have some scientific legs: methane gas bubbles. The idea is that the ocean floor in this region could release massive plumes of methane hydrate. As these bubbles rise, they would supposedly decrease the water's density so much that a ship would lose all buoyancy and sink like a stone instantly. It sounds plausible, right? Well, geologists and physicists have studied this. While methane seeps are real, the U.S. Geological Survey has stated there's no evidence that this process is happening in the Bermuda Triangle on the scale that could sink large vessels. The bubbles would break up long before reaching the surface, and a ship would have to be in the exact spot at the exact time. It's simply unlikely. These theories are exciting, they are cinematic, but they all ignore the obvious, powerful, and scientifically proven forces that actually rule the triangle.
If it's not aliens, Atlantis, or bubbles, then what is it? The answer is a combination of three powerful and very real factors. First, the Gulf Stream. This is not just ocean water. It's a massive, warm river within the ocean. It flows directly through the triangle, moving at a speed of 4 to 6 miles per hour. It's one of the most powerful and turbulent currents on Earth. And this current does two things. One, it creates its own weather. The warm water of the stream clashes with the cool air, generating sudden, violent, and localized thunderstorms. A ship or plane can be in clear weather 1 minute and in a blinding, disorienting storm the next. Two, the Gulf Stream is the ultimate evidence eraser. Any wreckage, any life raft, any debris is immediately caught in this current and swept hundreds of miles away in just 24 hours. By the time a search and rescue operation begins, the evidence is long gone. It doesn't vanish, it's moved. Second, rogue waves. For centuries, sailors told stories of walls of water rising from a calm sea. Scientists were skeptical until we got satellite data. They are 100% real. The Bermuda Triangle is a place where three major storm systems often collide. When storm swells from different directions meet, their wave energies don't cancel out. They combine. This is called constructive interference. It can create a single vertical wall of water, a rogue wave, up to 100 feet, 30 meters high. That is the height of a 10-story building. No ship of the 20th century, or even most ships today, is designed to survive a 100-foot wall of water hitting it. It would be catastrophic. The ship would be destroyed and sink in minutes, often without even having time to send a distress signal. This isn't supernatural. It's physics, deadly physics. But the third and final culprit is the most important and the most mundane: human error. Let's look at the map. The Bermuda Triangle is not a remote, empty part of the world. It is one of the busiest shipping and air traffic corridors on the planet. It's the main highway from North America to Europe and the Caribbean. The U.S. Coast Guard, the people who actually rescue vessels in this area, have a very clear stance. They officially state that the Bermuda Triangle does not exist. Why? Because in their vast experience, the number of accidents in this area is statistically proportional to the sheer volume of traffic. More traffic simply means more accidents. Let's take the case of the SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a 500-foot tanker that vanished in 1963. It was a classic triangle mystery, but the Coast Guard investigation told a different story. The ship was old, it was in poor condition, and it was carrying a dangerous cargo of molten sulfur in tanks that were not designed for it. The investigation concluded the ship was unseaworthy and likely broke apart in a storm. It wasn't a mystery, it was negligence. And let's go back to Flight 19. The mystery wasn't the compasses. The investigation concluded Lieutenant Taylor, the leader, mistook the Bahamas for the Florida Keys. He was disoriented. He then led his entire flight 500 miles out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean until they ran out of fuel. And the rescue plane that vanished. The PBM Mariner was notoriously known as the flying gas tank. It was prone to exploding from a single spark. That night, another ship in the area reported seeing a massive fiery explosion in the sky, right where the rescue plane was. It didn't vanish, it exploded. So what have we learned? The supernatural forces of the Bermuda Triangle are in reality a perfect storm of natural forces. You have the Gulf Stream, a violent current that creates its own weather and erases all evidence. Rogue waves, a proven scientific phenomenon capable of sinking ships. Heavy traffic, a statistical certainty that more traffic will lead to more accidents. Human error, the most common and deadly factor in any maritime or aviation disaster. The Bermuda Triangle isn't a cursed patch of ocean. It's a story. It's a manufactured mystery,
built by sensationalist writers who connected unrelated accidents, ignored the scientific explanations, and fed our human desire for the unknown. The truth is, with modern GPS, better weather forecasting, and improved safety standards, mysterious disappearances in the triangle have all but disappeared. The real mystery isn't what's hiding at the bottom of the ocean. The real mystery is why we, as humans, are so often willing to ignore the facts in favor of a good story.